talking back to me. YouTube is asleep. Should I just cut this off now? This is a serious thing. Are you sure? Can I just close it like that? Do you not recognize trying to keep it important? Commitment. Your problem is not that man or that woman. Your problem is commitment. Because you want what you want so bad until it no longer looks like what you signed up for.
That's mine.
Until there's something more that is not until somebody told you to get you.
Imagine God has a way of disrupting what was normal and what was comfortable. Ready for this?
Yes, sir.
But did not produce anything significant and sufficient for you. Grass is okay, but if I want to plant something, you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
That I can eat from, that I can enjoy and benefit from, I have to break the ground and bring a difference between this and that. Well, why? Because a cow can eat the grass. I don't eat grass.
Right.
So just because it's beneficial to somebody doesn't mean it's beneficial to me. So if I want to see something that will be producing what I need to produce, I have to allow the ground to be broken up and not be afraid of the grass that I'm losing. How do we, ready for this? Prepare for a miracle. The only way that you can prepare for a miracle is that you stop trying to tell God how much grass he can remove. I think that most of us, we seek after the hand of God so much, the hand that protects us, the hand that covers us, the hand that pulls us out, the hand that pulls us through, the hand that pushes us, the hand that
Blessings to all of you. I pray that you are exceptionally well. I pray that you are excited about all that God is doing in your life, with your life, and through your life. It's another powerful opportunity for us to be gathered together, centered around the Word of God. And I hope and pray that we are together and that you are ready to learn, you're ready to grow, that you're ready to become. If you can hear me, I want you to go ahead and put in the comment section. Let me know that you can hear me well. I want to make sure that we are together. I want you to let me know that you are ready. Let me know that you are ready. That you are ready. You're ready to grow. You're ready to learn. You're ready to become. This is going to be a good thing for us today. It's going to be an amazing thing for us to grab, to understand, to learn, so that way that we can perfect this, so that way we can become what we're called to be. We can become better in who we're called to be. Many people don't understand that it is literally a process, a daily process, for you to continue growing and to become the one that God's called you to be, especially when you're so used to being the one that everyone else has called you to be, or someone that you have deemed yourself to be. And so it's a process that you need to don't be hasty. Don't and be patient. Don't be hasty, but also don't be delayed and slowful in the process, or else you will be frustrated with the process. So the thing is that when it comes to you being called by God to do such a thing, you have to make sure that you are actually prepared to do that, to be that. And so the only way that you can be prepared, you ready for this, is that you actually allow God to do it. If you don't allow God to prepare you, every bit of preparation that you think that you have done that's good enough, you'll slowly realize it is not enough, and it does not amount, and it cannot hold up to the thing that God has prepared for you. So it is important that you let God prepare you. We used to sing a song back in the day. I don't hear it much anymore, but we would sing a song that says, "Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, now pure, holy, tried and true. And with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary, Lord, for you." We don't sing those songs like that no more. But if you still want God to prepare you, you want God to be your preparer, if you want God to do what he needs to do in order for you to be who you need to be, put in the comment section and say, "Lord, prepare me. Lord, prepare me. Lord, prepare me. Lord, prepare me." Whenever God prepares you, though, don't think that he's going to just pat you on the back every moment. Nah. When God is really preparing you, he challenges you beyond what you have deemed and classified as your limitations. So I want you to quickly understand that there are some amazing things that God is doing here at God's Nation. I'm going to say one more time that we are in our expansion project. The Lord has been doing an amazing thing through us. I cannot wait to show you guys an update on what has taken place and what is being done. Is so much that has been done and that's currently being done. So you need to make sure that you partner with us, you join in with this regarding what God is doing. Be a part of history, be a part of the story, be a part of what God is doing as you have opportunity to do so. Also, I can't wait. Listen to me. December 31st, 10 p.m. Make sure you're in the house. It is our watch night service, our New Year's Eve watch night service. We have not had a watch night service here at God's Nation in about 4 years. And so you need to make sure you're here. There's a reason why the Lord has called us back to this place to bring in the new year. And so I want you to make sure that you come ready to experience, come ready to receive, come ready to really get what you need for 2026. It will be a prophetic service. It will be an anointing service. It will be an impartation service. You need to make sure you're here. We're going to give direction on what God is saying concerning the new year, concerning 2026, concerning this new season. And you need to make sure that you are here. Make sure you're here December 31st at 10 p.m. Don't miss it for anything. Amen. All right, listen. Are you ready for me to jump into this teaching now? Are you ready to jump into this teaching? I just want to know. If you're ready, put in the comment section and say, "I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready." Amen. I want you to get this. Now, we have started a series here at God's Nation on yesterday. It's called Journey to Freedom. Now, I'll say it one more time. This is one of the only sermon series that the Lord has allowed me to, or pressed upon me to do again. This is one of the only ones. And, of course, the craziest thing is that the sermons are never the same. This is my third time doing this series, and the sermons are never the same. And we did this once when we first started during COVID-19, 2020. We did this series. We did it again about 3 or 4 years ago. No, actually, I'm sorry, 4 or 5 years ago. About 4 or 5 years ago when we was in the bank building. We did it. And then, now the Lord has called us back to it, which means that there's something that we need to get. Yesterday, I was teaching a sermon. If you haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch it. Did anybody get anything out of yesterday's sermon? Yes. Go back and watch it. We may have to figure out even how to start sharing our 9 o'clock experience, like afterwards and stuff, because that 9 o'clock was something. 9 o'clock was something. 11 o'clock was... But the Lord was telling us the importance of us confronting ourselves. It was entitled Me Confronting Me. Now, here's the reality that we need to understand. Today, I want to teach you about the spirit of confrontation. I want to teach you about the spirit of confrontation. Now, do y'all want this, or? Yes, sir. Go ahead. Because there's something that you need to understand. So I want you to put in the comment section. Put in the comment section and say the spirit of confrontation. The spirit of confrontation. Even hearing the word confrontation, I will be honest with you. I am one of the first people to say I'm not confrontational. I don't like confrontation. How many of you say that you don't like confrontation? You don't like confrontation. And here's the funniest part. What I recognize is that most people who don't like confrontation, what they're really saying is they don't like arguing or arguments. Although they love getting their point across. They love being heard. They want to be the one that is seen as this person. They don't like confrontation because they don't like somebody challenging them or coming against them. And so they rather, quote unquote, keep the peace if they don't already have the victory. That's the reality. Which is why most people, I laugh, because most people who tell me, I don't like confrontation, I'm not confrontation, I don't like confrontation. Well, your tone is very confrontational. Your tone causes confrontation. It causes, but the craziest thing is, when we say I'm not confrontational, you don't understand. What you're really saying is, I don't like arguing. Can we agree on that? Yes, sir. I don't like arguing. Yet, your tone in which you talk commands an argument, or resurrects, or brings up, or gives life to an argument. Come on, let me know I'm telling you the truth. So maybe, just maybe, confrontation is not our issue. Maybe the real issue is we don't like something coming up against us or coming back on us. Somebody, if I'm saying something, you want it to be done. You don't want nobody to say nothing back, because then you're going to feel the need to say something again, and then it's going to keep coming back and forth, and then you're like, I'm over this. That's what you're really saying. Because confrontation is not a bad thing. Because most people who don't like confrontation rather have secrets. Most people who don't like confrontation don't really have peace. They just have a facade of peace. They just agree with whatever in order to make sure there's no confrontation when there's a problem. Because confrontation doesn't just mean argument. It doesn't just mean fight. It doesn't mean strife. Confrontation means that you have the ability to confront something, to deal with something, to speak to something, to bring something to the front to be dealt with. That's confrontation. So, do you have a problem with confrontation, or do you have a problem with the definition that you have given it? Because if you don't like confrontation, if you're not confrontational, you can't even be a Christian. You can't be a believer. You cannot be used by God, because everybody that God uses to a great degree has to deal with confrontation. I feel like I'm talking to myself already. This is the reality. I can't expect change if I won't confront the truth. I need to make sure that the truth is heard. Right. Or else a change that's going to take place will not even help the situation. The reality is, most people only limit confrontation to being an issue because you don't understand what it's supposed to really produce. Am I boring you already? If you're still here, put in the comments and say, I'm still here, I'm still here. Here's the reality. When you look at the spirit of confrontation, it's only bad when it's been perverted. When you're using the spirit of confrontation to stir up strife or to stir up something or to do something that was never supposed to do. Now, why am I saying that? Because even Jesus had a spirit of confrontation. So now is Jesus wrong because he likes confrontation? Oh. Paul had the spirit of confrontation. Is he wrong because he had the spirit of confrontation? He would confront people. Jesus would confront people. Jesus had to confront the Pharisees and Sadducees. Maybe, should I stop this? I feel like
No, go ahead. This is good.
I got two people talking to me now.
Help us, God. We need this. I want to know.
Paul had to confront Peter. It's easy to say, well, Jesus, yeah, but they were his enemies. Paul had to confront Peter. But the confrontation wasn't to create an argument. It was to reveal the truth that he tried to hide. The reality is that many of us do not understand that what makes or what jeopardizes or what perverts the spirit of confrontation that comes upon me that wants to know, see, and live in truth is typically my delivery. Because most of the time, what you're saying is true. What you're going after, what you're looking for is real, is true, is right. But the way you go after it, the way you go about it is the problem. Imagine how many of you say, I don't like confrontation, but every time you try to talk to somebody, it becomes an argument or somebody gets in their feelings because your delivery stirs up emotions unnecessarily. They stir up strife. They stir up issues. They stir up frustrations. They stir up irritation. Come on now, I know I'm not talking just to myself now. This is the reality. And imagine you're getting mad at everybody else and saying, I don't even like confrontation. So are you saying you don't like exposing and putting a difference between truth and lies? Or are you saying that you don't know how to control your tone or your delivery, so you don't like the fact that every time you do what you do, because that's just normal and regular for you, it's just common for you, just comfortable for you, it's just the way that it is. You don't mean it to come out that way, but it just does. Since you don't want to challenge that and change that, you have a problem with people responding to you the same way they heard you come at them. What are you talking about? You have a problem with somebody getting back on your level because that was not my intentions. I wasn't trying to stir up nothing. But your delivery said everything. I'm boring you too much today.
Sir, Dad. Answer that, please. Yeah, let's talk about that.
I think I'm boring you too much. Because here's the problem. I just told you yesterday that some of the most irritating things in someone else is actually a reflection of you. The reality is, I've heard a phrase, and I used to love it. I used to quote it. The phrase was, I am responsible for what I say. I'm not responsible for how you receive what I say. I thought that was a gangster line. I was like, yo, that's me. I like that. Do you know how much of a cop-out that is? Because what you're saying is, I can say it however I want to say it. All you got to do is hear what I'm saying. And if you don't hear it, that's your fault, not mine.
No.
If you don't receive the truth because it's covered up in my emotions and attitude, that's on you, not me. If you cannot hear the truth because I always had something negative to say up until now, if you see me gossiping about everybody else and now you don't want to hear nothing I got to say because even though I'm telling the truth, you don't trust my track record, that's your fault, not mine. No.
Oh.
That's not how that goes.
That's not how that goes. Okay. Understand that.
You cannot properly confront others until you can properly confront yourself. What does that look like, Apostle? What does me confronting me really look like? It's like this. You wouldn't have to have so many accountability partners if you could hold yourself accountable. That's number one. Let's start there. How many squirrels did it take to change a light bulb? That's what SpongeBob asks. You gotta ask yourself, how many times will it take for me to have all these people around me to tell me the right thing to do that I already know what to do, but I still don't do it? Maybe. Here's the problem. I'm gonna share this with you. I meant to say this yesterday, but I give it to you today. Many people fail to get better in any part of life, not because of the tactics that they don't know, but rather due to the lack of applying the truth that they already know. What does that mean? I'm telling you this. Many people think, well, if I had this or if I had that, if I would have known this, if I would have known that, then I would be better. No, the issue is there's some stuff you already know that you're still not applying, you're still not doing. What is something I already know? Number one, that one of the fruit of the Spirit is self-control. And you can't say you're controlling yourself when you can't control your tone.
Uh-oh.
Eesh. I know. And you know what's crazy? The people who tell me that all the time, I know. Every time I get corrected, I know. Those are the people that stay stuck the longest. And I ain't gonna lie, you tire me when you do that. Because if you already know, why didn't you do? If you know so well, why are you doing it wrong still? Either you're stubborn or you really don't care. So imagine you wanting God to give you more knowledge, more wisdom, more power, more anointing, more time, more money, more all that, when you haven't even properly utilized the stuff that you already have, the things you already know. But you want God to just freely give you more, grant you more. It's a dangerous thing to slap God in the face and saying, I know I didn't handle that right, but I need some more. You sound like a dope fiend. I mean, there's a problem. And the reason why you keep dropping it is not because of other people. It's because you won't confront yourself. Who's the biggest thief in your life? You. I don't steal from myself. You steal your time complaining. Time that you could be growing. Time that you could utilize developing. Time that you could utilize creating. Time that you could utilize doing great things. Use that time doing what? I don't know. Exactly. which is why you have not made progress, because you won't confront you. Every time you see a problem in your life, you automatically equate it or connect it to someone else on the outside, not understanding that they would not even be able to do that if you never gave them access to a part of you that already came into agreement with that idea as well. That's the reality. I'm boring you too much now.
No, sir, this is good.
I done bored you to the epitome of boredom. I'm sorry. I just want you to get this. Because when you have the spirit of confrontation, the spirit of confrontation allows you to confront. Ready for this?
Yes, sir.
For clarity. You hear that? It allows you to confront for clarity, not to win an argument or to prove a point. That's something my mentor told me for years. And it makes sense. I would hear him preach this everywhere. I would hear him teach this everywhere. He said, we confront for clarity, not to win an argument or to prove a point. What did he say? If you have an issue with someone, or something happened, or you feel like somebody did something towards you or to you, what do? Most of the time, we just put them in that box and say what they did to me, they was done purposely, so we're just going to let that be. He taught against that so much. He said, no, that's not even a God way of doing things. That's not a Christ way of doing things. The way we're supposed to do it is that we're supposed to go to our brother and sister and have a conversation, confront the problem, bring it out, expose it. Not on social media, not in your friend trend text group and all that type of stuff. No, none of that. You're supposed to go to that person directly and not say, hey, how are you? Oh, yeah, see, I'm good. Yeah, all is well. You know, I didn't want nothing. I was just trying to check in on you. Lying. You did want something. Is there anything going on? You know, is there a problem with us? No, it's fine. I just try to keep to myself most of the time. I'm just not that person. You're lying. Well, I mean, I just didn't want to get on nobody bad. I just didn't want to, cause any problems. There's already a problem caused because of the way you're going about the problem that you said was a problem. The way to go about it is this. You sit down, you have a conversation. Whether it's your spouse, your loved one, your friend, your enemy, or whatever. What if there are some enemies that are only your enemy because you won't confront the truth? That's it. They're only your enemy because there's no confrontation. The confrontation that is there is actually wrong. You won't confront the truth. You won't confront for clarity. There are some people who you just know within the heart of hearts that they don't like you. And they really don't even know that that's what you think. Because they don't feel the same way. But because of the way that they may have did something or said something or the way they acted over here in an episode, in a moment, or they were just focused on something else, you took that as a seed that said they don't like me. And once you put that inside of you into your bank, you sowed that into your ground, everything else from that point started adding up. And the whole time, this could have been different and could have been fixed if you would have just confronted the actions or the thing that you felt. I'll say it again, man. My mom and I wasted years being upset with each other, being mad at each other, thinking that we were enemies to one another. Me thinking that she hated me, her thinking that she lost me. For years. Simply because neither one of us decided to sit down and confront this thing and actually have a real heart-to-heart conversation. Once that happened, everything changed. Did it have to take years? Honestly, no, it didn't have to. But the funniest thing is she said she was praying for it for years. But she never told me. I wasn't praying for it because I was over it. I ain't gonna lie. I was over it. I was like, hey, I don't even care. This ain't nothing to me. Because for me, I didn't like confronting anything because I'd rather just go with the flow and just go back to my own corner if that meant one less argument.
Thanks. That's real.
But I was wondering why I was so depressed and so lonely and so frustrated and so bogged down with stuff that had nothing to do with me. And I was like, God, I can't believe that you would put this on me, that you were doing it. Why am I feeling this? Why I'm doing it? And the whole time, it's not because God put it there. It's not because a demon is doing it. It's because I'm holding on to what I won't confront. You think that you can just get away with it because you just go back to your corner? No, what you don't confront follows you. You just keep it. You're just bearing it. You're not dealing with it. You're just bearing it. And until you actually gain the power to confront for clarity, not to win an argument or to prove a point, you will always be miserable, wondering, why am I so lonely? People are here, but I don't trust them, so that's why you're lonely. You won't be real. You won't be honest. You will not just be. Well, I'm so frustrated because you won't forgive quickly. And you won't forget. You won't let it go. So yeah, you say, I don't want vengeance, but then again, it's like every time I do something, it's like, they got one more time. How do you say you forgave that one if you now saying they got one more time? You don't understand that there are things right now that you have not confronted for years. They are starting to weigh on you. It's starting to weigh on you. So you need to ensure that you are very careful and very cautious, that you do not allow yourself to have to deal with things unnecessarily because you're afraid or you refuse to confront. Your refusal to confront for clarity will cause you to be in an unnecessary prison that wasn't even made for you. So the spirit of confrontation is not as bad as what we've said it was or deemed it to be. Imagine how many things could be shut down. Imagine how many things could be fixed quickly if we knew the proper way to confront for truth and for clarity. I'm praying for you today that you will not just keep on going with the flow. Now, let me clear this up so you can understand. When you really are when you're really striving to have the Spirit of God where you will confront for clarity, the way that God has called you to, you also understand the timing in which to do it. Don't be calling people out and you talking about, I'm just trying to figure out what you mean by that. First of all, if you ain't calm, it will be an argument because, again, your tone is everything. Your tone is what turns into the argument, not they just don't want to hear the truth. No, they don't want to hear it from you the way you're giving it to them. That's the problem. This is why you have to confront you before you try to confront anyone else. Can you put in the comment section quickly and say, it starts with me? It starts with me. It starts with me. I want you to take this moment quickly, and I want you to sow a seed of faith. I want you to thank God for clarity. I want you to thank God for the ability to confront for clarity, ability to confront for truth, so that way that you will be able to be what God's called you to be without restrictions. You can embrace the truth without being afraid. You need it. You really do. So everybody who's saying, I'm not confrontational, I'm not confrontational, I'm not confrontational. It's a problem if we say, I'm not confrontational yet we are argumentative. Well, I'm not trying to be. But what about your tone? Your tone says otherwise. Because confrontation is not just an argument. It's not just, it doesn't always have to be hostile. Because here's the problem. You need to know how to confront. Because yes, it does mean to have a hostile, argumentative conversation, a hostile argument, a strong disagreement. But another definition is also, ready for this? To face up to and deal with a problem or difficult situation. Did you hear that? To face up to and deal with a problem or difficult situation. It means to confront also means of a problem or difficulty, etc., present itself to someone so that dealing with it cannot be avoided. So maybe that's our problem. We're really trying to skirt around everything because we don't want to deal with what is the most difficult thing. I'm waiting on you. You need to put it in the comment section quickly and say, it starts with me. It starts with me. Confrontation, confronting is a very important thing. It's an imperative thing. And if you're not careful, you will not understand why your life is the way that it is. And simply because you will not confront the difficult things. You will not deal with the difficult things. And the more you don't deal with the difficult things, doesn't make that difficult thing any less difficult. The more you let it prolong and the more that you let it keep going, the more difficult it becomes. So you'd understand that even if I'm preaching the gospel, I have to confront things. If I'm having a conversation, I have to confront things. I'm doing a counseling session, I have to confront things. No matter what I'm doing, I cannot avoid confrontation, or else I'm avoiding truth. I'm avoiding dealing with all difficult things, the hard things. And so if I do that, I won't gain clarity. So I will have to come to my own conclusions in my own head every time I'm seeing or dealing with something. But I pray that will no longer be your story. So I need you to declare and thank God as you sow your seed. Thank God for clarity. Thank God for truth. And thank God for the spirit of confrontation. Healthy confrontation. Good confrontation. May you be the reason why people actually have an understanding that all confrontation is not bad. It's actually a healthy thing. That you can have a healthy dialogue, healthy conversation, confronting for clarity, confronting those things that are difficult, and dealing with those things that seem like they are so far out of reach. Because that's the only way that you can grow. That's the only way that you can become and not be stuck. So, Father, I praise you. I thank you for every seed that's being sown. I thank you, Lord, for releasing your grace, releasing clarity, releasing strength for them to be who you call them to be, the way that you call them to be, so that their lives will never be stuck in the difficult moments. I praise you. I honor you. I glorify you. In Jesus' name. It is so. It can't be otherwise. People of God, I'm praying for you. I'm praying with you. Don't forget to join me tonight at 6:30 p.m. for evening devotion. As you go through your day, I already know you will find things to confront. But all of you will not find things currently to confront as far as what's going to happen today or this week. Some of you are going to have things come back up that you should have confronted a long time ago. It will be well. So I want you to understand to join me tonight at 6:30 p.m. for evening devotion. And of course, if you're not in the Apostolic Poor group, you need to be a part of the group, because I'm about to release something today that only those who are a part of the Apostolic Poor group will have first dibs and will actually be able to see. So make sure that you go on there quickly, join the group, go to the website if you have to, join the group, and watch what God will do in your life. I love you. May you go in peace. I'll see you soon.